Hello everyone, it's just a dad. Today I'm going to do the much anticipated comparison between the brand new Dreame L40 Ultra on the left, retails for $1,500, is on sale for $1,250, and the brand new Roborock Revo Curv. It's retailing for $1,600. I haven't seen it go on sale yet. Now I did buy both of these with my own money and I wasn't paid for this video. So this will be my honest comparison between the two. I'm going to talk about the differences, what's the same. We'll go over the robots, and then we're actually going to watch them both clean this floor with some muddy paw prints and vacuum. So before I start, these are both excellent robot vacuum cleaners. I have detailed videos on how to set them up and a detailed review. So those will be more extensive than this comparison, but this comparison, I am going to talk about all the differences and what's the same. Okay, so let's get started. So right from the beginning, the Dreame L40 I think has just a little bit better obstacle avoidance. The Roborock Revo Curv I think does a little bit better job of mopping floors, and you're going to see that. But again, it's the Dreame L40 Ultra also does a really good job. But they both have a dirty water tank and a clean water tank. So you're going to fill the clean water tank up with clean water. The dirty water, it's going to wash the mop pads with hot water. Then it's going to suck the dirty water up into the dirty water tank. Now the Dreame over here, the L40 Ultra, it has a solution tank. So you're going to put concentrated Dreame solution in here, and then the base station will mix that concentrated solution with the water, the clean water, and that's what it's going to use to wash the mop pads and fill the robot up, because the robot has an internal tank. Now over here on the Roborock, it doesn't have a solution tank, but you put the Roborock solution in the clean water tank. Each time you fill the clean water tank up, you'll put just a little bit in there, and then it's ready to go. They both have a dust bag. So the robot's going to vacuum your house. It's going to come back to the docking station. There's another vacuum inside here that's going to kick on and empty everything out into this dust bag. Here, once in a while, you will have to empty it. And the Dreame, it's over here. Once in a while, you will have to empty it or replace it. Okay, so let's go over the list that's the same. They both have LiDAR navigation. They've got a spinning, let's take the Roborock out. They've got a spinning LiDAR on top that does a really good job of mapping your house. Both of them have a really good app that you can go in and separate the different rooms, put it on a different schedule, have it cleaned differently. They both got like an automatic cleaning mode that it kind of figures out how to clean your house. So the app and the LiDAR are the same. On the front, they have a front-facing camera. Now, it can take pictures of obstacles when they come across them, and it also acts like a video camera that you can control, say, remotely. So you can have it go find your pets, you can call through it, you can talk to somebody through it, even if you're in another state. If you've got the app, you can access that camera and have it go all around your house. So that's the same. Both of them have a side brush that extends into the corner. This side brush will extend when it's in the corner, which I'm going to show you that. And this side brush also extends, but it also can lift it up. So the Dreame L40 can lift that side brush up. They both have mop extend. They can extend that mop pad out to the side here. Now base stations, they both wash the mop pads with hot water, and they both dry the mop pads after you're all done with hot air. They both have a dirt sensor. So the theory behind these robots, we can see that they both have spinning mop pads. Okay, so both of these robots act under the theory of the mop pad is going to spin, and if you've got dirt on the floor, the mop pad has to capture that dirt, then the robot's going to go back to the base station, it's going to get washed off, and then it's going to go back and keep mopping your house. Now they both have a sensor built in, so when the robot comes back to the docking station and washes the mop pads, and then it sucks the dirty water up into the dirty water tank, there's a sensor before it gets there. And if that water is too dirty or dirtier than normal, it's going to tell the robot, okay, wherever you just came from, it needs to be remopped because it was really dirty. So that is an automatic feature that is built in. You have to turn it on in the app. It's automatic recleaning or auto remopping. So make sure you turn that on in the app, but it will go back and remop an area. So say you've got a really muddy mess, which I'm going to show you. It may smear it a little bit as it's going around because it didn't quite capture it all, but it's going to go back and it should come back and now remop that same area with a clean mop pad. Now here's the features. Again, both of them can slide that mop pad out. They can both have an arm that can extend that side brush. Here we got the side brush it can extend. Now on the Dreame, it can lift that brush. Now that's kind of important because
mop pads installed.
There's a camera on the front of the Dreame, and both of them have the camera, but the camera can sense when there's water in front of the robot, which you'll see when it senses that, it's going to lift the vacuum brush roller and this side brush. You don't want that turning in mud or something. It could get all dirty. So it has a feature where it'll go into mopping mode only, and then it will lift this and this. We can see the brush, the brush pads are, this one's a little bit finer. These are a little bit more thicker. But again,
mop mount removed.
they're just held on with Velcro, and once in a while you will have to replace those.
Mop mount installed.
Now the Roborock has a dual brush roller. In theory, it's a zero tangle for hair, because the hair will get wrapped around here, but then it will be directed to the center to where it can get sucked into the robot. This one is just a standard brush roller. They do have one you can upgrade to. You can upgrade the one that will help get, cut the hairs off of the roller, but it doesn't come with it standard. This is the standard one that comes with it. Now, the Roborock can also lift the brush roller up and down accordingly to what's going on, but it cannot lift the side brush. It can just retract it and stop turning it, but it can't lift it up or down. The Dreame can lift it. It really doesn't lift it up and down. It just sucks them in a little bit farther so that they're nice and flush. When it wants to move, it'll move them out, and then they kind of direct it down. They both have a carpet sensor. They can sense carpet, and they have fall-off sensors, so they won't fall down your stairs. Let's get into some of the differences. Now, the docking stations, they act the same. They've got an auto empty where they auto empty everything out of the robot. They wash the mop pads. They have these little scrapers that self-clean when they get turned. The Dreame turns them with the mop pads, where the Roborock actually has little gears that turn them, which I'll show you. They suck up the dirty water. They blow hot air on, and they fill the robot up. So in that sense, they're all the same. It's how they do it. The Roborock's kind of hidden. We've got this tray. We'll have to clean this tray once in a while. Again, here's those scrapers that get scraped around, but instead of using the mop pads to turn them, there's actually a gear on the bottom. So for cleaning the Roborock, it may be harder to get to underneath, but you can take this whole tray out. On the Dreame, you can take part of the tray out, but then in the app is going to tell you, you can press a button and it'll put water down here, it cleans it, and then it'll suck up the dirty water. So there's a little extra cleaning, but you have better access to it than you do over here on the Roborock. Everything's kind of down there, but the same. Now let's talk about mop pad. Now, the Dreame can lift the mop pads 10 millimeters, but it can also do one thing the Roborock can't. It can drop the mop pads off at the base station. So there are certain settings in the app. You could tell it, whenever it senses carpet or whenever it's vacuuming carpet, leave its mop pads back at the base station, and it will do that. Over here on the Roborock, it cannot leave its mop pads back at the base station, but it can lift the mop pads a lot higher, 17 millimeters, so since it can lift it so much higher, when it's lifted, it's not really dragging on the carpet. Now they both have a dust bin. Again, they're going to go around and collect all of the dirt and debris, and then it's going to get emptied out this side door, which comes out the side over here on the Dreame. Dreame might have just a little bit of a smaller filter, but I haven't noticed that to be a problem. Both filters are reusable, so you'll have to clean them once in a while. Again, there's what its filter looks like. Now, another difference is the Curv has 18,000 pascals of suction, and the Dreame L40 has 11,000 pascals of suction. Okay, so let's see how both of them do cleaning this kitchen floor with lots of mess. So this kitchen has a really big mess in it, some muddy paw prints, a lot of hair on this carpet, even some really long hairs. And then we've got a little bit of dirt in the corner here where we're going to see how it does. So I really do like the Roborock app. It shows you everywhere that it's cleaned. You can clean by room. You can have the smart plan do the cleaning for you. There's lots of functionality with this app. We're going to be cleaning just the kitchen. I'm going to use the smart plan, and you simply just hit start. You can put this on a schedule. The first thing it's going to do, it's going to wash the mop pads before it starts cleaning this room. That's going to do two things. That's going to get the mop pads nice and wet so that it can start mopping right away, but it also gets them clean. And it's going to make sure the internal water tank inside the robot is full. Because as it's going along, it will spray some water on top of the mop pad to keep it wet. Yeah, I really do like LiDAR navigation because it maps your house really well. You can put no-go zones. You can put thresholds with this. That's what that little line is there. I've got a threshold, so it will go over that threshold. And again, if you're in another state or something, you could turn the video camera on and have it go around your house. And it can take a video, and you could even speak to it through the robot in the app.
Washed. Resuming cleaning.
Okay. And another thing, the docking station does wash the mop pads with hot water. It is able to heat that water up. And at the end of the job, it will blow hot air on the mop pads.
Positioning.
Okay, so it's going to start mopping and vacuuming at the same time. You can extend that back mop pad to go around really close to the edge. All right, now it's starting to mop the muddy paw prints. And again, we might get some smearing at first. Let's check the obstacle avoidance. I would like it to stay just a little bit farther away from that cable. Now it should auto lift the mop pads. And it's going to increase the suction power when it's on carpet. And that's what it did. There it extends. It's going to come back and extend that side brush. There it is. And it can extend the mop pad also. Wow, it did a good job. Now it's going to get under your cabinets. It's going to extend that front side brush again. There it is. Okay, once it goes around the perimeter of your room, then it starts going back and forth in straight lines. It's going to go back and forth. And there's the muddy paw prints. Now again, we did get a little bit of smearing, but it's going to go back to the base station and clean those mop pads, and it should sense that they're dirty. I want to show you it's doing a really good job with those long hairs. Now it's going to clean one direction and then come back and clean the other direction. Okay, it's doing a pretty good job. There's a little bit left, but it's going to come back. Lifting the mop pad so that it can vacuum. And again, in the app, I can see exactly where it's been cleaning. Okay, so now it's going back and forth the other way to help clean the floor better. Yeah, that's doing a good job. Yep. It's actually doing a really good job. And again, whatever it doesn't get, it's going to come back and do a re-mopping event. A little bit left right there. Let's see if this pass gets most of it. Wow. And again, it is able to take pictures of the obstacle. So if you click on that little icon, you'll see it took a picture of my shoe. Now that picture taking capability is off by default. You've got to go in and turn it on manually inside the app. Okay, so here it's going to clean the carpet back and forth, the other direction. And what I like about it, when it senses the edge of a carpet, it does this kind of like working the edge back and forth. I think that really does help get the material right next to the edge clean. Yeah, it's getting this carpet really clean. There was a little bit left right here. Okay, it's finished cleaning the room. Now it's going to go back to the dock and wash those mop pads. Now, if your room was not really dirty, it would just be done with the job. It would wash them, dry them, and it's good. But we're hoping to see a remopping event. We're hoping to see that little detector inside the base station detect that water being dirtier than normal coming off the mop pads and go back and remop this area. And this takes about 2 minutes. You'll hear a couple pumps kick on, putting the hot water, or what's going to heat the water, put it down there, wash the mop pads. You hear them spinning, then you hear it being sucked up into the dirty water tank. And if we take a close look, there is a little bit of smearing of, so I'm hoping for a remopping event where it comes back and finishes this off. Over here where the dirt was, there may be a couple long hairs, but nothing too major. And it got the corner really clean. Now, another thing I like about Roborock vacuums is this base station has a light here. So when you're walking by it, if that light is ever red, that means there's something wrong with the robot. It's usually the dirty water tank's full or the clean water tank's empty. But I like having that light there notify me. You can also get notifications in your app, but sometimes you don't always have your phone with you or something. So it's really nice just to see that light, letting you know something's going on with the robot. Okay, now it's going to empty the dust bin. That is super quiet. 67 decibels, that's not too loud at all. Okay, so here's where we're gonna hope for a remopping event.
Mop wash.
Okay, we've got it.
Cleaning.
Normally it would be done. It's gonna go back and just mop now. It's not gonna vacuum, so it's gonna be a lot quieter. And there's what the app says, re-mopping. Now it doesn't know exactly where the dirt was. It just knows that the dirt was, it was dirty in the last room that it cleaned. So it's gonna mop this entire room. And that's gonna be really nice because now the mop pads are washed, they're clean. And now it can capture the rest of that dirt that it might have smeared on the floor. Super quiet. And again, it's not going to vacuum. It's not going to go over there and vacuum that carpet again or anything. This is just mopping. Yeah, we only see that remopping wording underneath the Revo whenever it senses the dirty water. And that's all from the Multifunction Dock 3.0 that has a built-in sensor.
To dock.
Okay, it's all done now. This room it considers to be clean. It's gonna go back, rewash the mop again, and then it will dry the mop pads with hot air for about 2 to 4 hours, depending on what you got it set in the app. And it's very quiet while it's drying it. And that little duct, there's a little tray in there that comes out, because once in a while you will have to clean that tray. It does get a little dirty. Okay, so let's kind of give it the paper towel test. Clean paper towel. Might have been just a little bit of dirt left on there, but not too bad.
Completed.
Okay, now we can hear the fan. It's not really loud, but you will know it's drying the mop pads. Okay, let's see how the Dreame L40 cleans up these big muddy paw prints.
Room cleaning.
Now the first thing it's going to do, it's going to wash the mop pads. That's going
Cleaning mop pads.
That's going to do two things. It's going to get the mop pads wet so that it can start mopping right away, but it also gets them clean and ready to go. And what you'll hear is a couple pumps kicking on. Again, it's taking the clean water, mixing it in with the solution tank and cleaning the mop pads, and then it's sucking the dirty water up into the dirty water tank. This usually takes about 2 minutes. We've got some wet, muddy paw prints. We got some dried mud. We got a bunch of dirt and hair in the carpet, and then we're also got a bunch of dirt in the corner here. We're gonna see its corner cleaning capability. Now the robot does have 11,000 pascals of suction. Okay, so it's ready to start cleaning. Okay, it's mopping and vacuuming at the same time. And it's gonna extend that side brush, that mop pad. All right, let's check its optical avoidance with that cable. Looks like it's doing a good job. All right, now we're going to check the auto mop lifting. It's going to sense that carpet. And then it also knows where that carpet is, and it's going to avoid it and clean it next. All right, we're going to check the cleaning capability. Wow. It extended that side brush. So it's going to come back and clean that carpet. All right, we're going to see the side brush extend again. There it is. Does a good job. Okay, so it's a mopping event only. It sensed that there was some mud there and lifted the side brush. It's going to come back and get that carpet after it mops this floor first. Mops and vacuums. Again, it's lifting the side brush and mopping only. There again, lifted that side brush and puts it back down. Here's the app. It took a picture of that cable. Again, lifting, it's doing a mopping only event right there. You can hear the vacuum kick off and then kicks back on automatically. All right, it lifted the mop brush, or the side brush, to prevent it from getting in that mud. Then it's going to put it back down. There again, it lifted the side brush, and we have a mopping event only. And again, it's going to capture that mud into the mop pads, take it back to the base station, wash that mud out. And we're hoping for a re-mopping event. When it cleans those mop pads, that sensor, there it is, it lifted the side brush so it doesn't get muddy. It slows the machine down so it's mopping a little bit better. Then it goes right back into mopping and vacuuming. It's doing a pretty good job on those dried muddy paw prints also. Now I do love the app. You can see right where it's at. Earlier, there's that obstacle, that cord, and it does take a picture of it. I also love that it has an excluding area. So say it's cleaning your entire house and you want it to leave the room you're in, just tell it to exclude. It'll go on to the next room. Say somebody makes a big mess in another room while it's cleaning your house, you can add an extra cleaning area. Okay, now it's going to the carpet, I think, maybe. Yeah, mop pads are lifted and it's going to vacuum that carpet. Doing a pretty good job of vacuuming. It does increase suction power because it knows it's on carpet. So that's why it's a little bit noisier. Okay, so it says the task is completed, but we're hoping for a remopping event. Those brush rollers are really dirty from picking up that mud. Again, it's going to wash the mop pads with hot water.
Charging. Start auto empty.
Here's the auto empty. There's that vacuum cleaner kicking on, emptying out the dustbin. And now it's going to wash the mop pads.
Start cleaning mop pads.
And here we're hoping again for a remopping event. When it's, if your floor wasn't very dirty, the task would just end and it would dry the mop pads with a fan that blows hot air on it. It's not really loud, but a little noticeable. But again, we're hoping that it's going to undock and remop this floor automatically because of that built-in sensor. Now this remopping feature is off by default in the app. You got to go in the app and turn that on. It's called remopping. Under floor settings, it's called auto recleaning. And the dock also has a feature that it'll rewash that mop twice if it senses that the mop pads are too dirty. So it'll do two things. It'll tell the robot, go remop an area that you just came from, and it will rewash the mop pads.
Please empty the used water tank timely.
Okay.
Start cleaning.
Now we got a second cleaning that it's doing on its own. The remopping event is happening. It will be going back and cleaning this area. They call it the second cleaning. So this was the robot figuring this all out on its own. You do have to be in that clean genius mode for this to work. Now it is vacuuming and mopping. It's going to go around and do the entire perimeter of your house, the room again, and then go back and do the center of the room. But we can see we do have a little bit of mud left that it needs to come back and get. And again, you've got to be in this clean genius mode. You can do a manual where you can manually tell it how much water to put down, how much suction, but the clean genius is kind of figuring things out for you. Cleans the corner again. It's really trying to get everything in that corner. I think it did a pretty good job. Right. Yep, it's doing a good job of mopping the muddy paw print. So it must have remembered there was a muddy mess there. Nope, it lowered the brush this time. All right, it's gonna mop the rest of those muddy paw prints. Left a little bit, but we'll check. Now it got all of the wet muddy paw prints. It did leave a little bit of the dry. Okay, so it is going to vacuum that carpet also. So it does lift the side brush when it's on carpet. Now it might have went around this area because I was standing here. Robots with that LiDAR navigation, they don't like you to stand around them. They'll sense that and they'll try to avoid it. did leave a little bit of the long hairs and a little bit along the edge.
Charge. Auto empty.
About 74.
The used water tank timely.
Okay.
Start dehydrating mop pad.
Now it's drying the mop pad. Again, you can hear it, but it's not super loud. The task is all done. I think it did a relatively good job. There's a little bit of the dry left and a little bit of the on the carpet up to the edge. And again, here's the dirty water tank. We can tell it's been doing a really good job. Okay, let's dump it out. Wow. It is important to clean these out. See how that dirt's still on the bottom? But man, it did a good job. So as you can see in the video, they both do a really good job. I mean, they both do a great job vacuuming. Obstacle avoidance, again, the Dreame L40 Ultra has a little bit better obstacle avoidance. The Roborock is okay. Sometimes I do find that it will run over a cable, but I do find that the Roborock does a little bit better job of mopping up a muddy paw print and even kind of a dry paw print. Now, as far as vacuuming, I thought they both do a really good job of vacuuming. The Roborock does have more suction power, but I haven't really noticed that as far as comparing it to this one. I think they both do a good job of vacuuming. Okay, that was a super exciting video. I love both of them. There's certain things I love about each one. I love that it drops its mop pads off, but now I'm finding, man, maybe with the 17mm lift that I'm finding maybe that's not that big a deal anymore. But then again, I do like the sensor looking at, it did see the liquid and it causes it to lift that side brush. I do like that feature a little bit better. The Roborock does seem to clean, both of them did a good job cleaning corners and mop, but it does do a good job of mopping. I felt like that mop pad might be just a little bit better. Maybe it has a little bit better scrubber action. For everyday mopping, the Dreame's going to do a great job. They have so much in common as far as the electronics. The apps are so close to the same. The LiDAR, the no-go zones. If you find yourself that you don't want to add the solution, the Dreame, I do like having a solution tank. But then again, you're relying on it to add the solution, whereas you can add the solution yourself. It's hard to beat the looks of this curve, but a little harder to work on. You have to get down there, but they did design it to where the tray comes out. Now, I do have a full maintenance on the X40. This is exactly the same as the X40. I have a comparison video also. There's very few differences, so just get the L40 Ultra. It's cheaper right now. L40 Ultra, it retails for $1,500, but it's on sale right now for $1,200. That's an amazing price. That is definitely a thumbs up. Grab it at $1,200. Roborock Curv, $1,600. Now, they go on sale, but Roborock, when their newer ones are out, they wait a while. Dreame put that one on sale right away. I do have a comparison. I compared the Dreame Q Revo Slim. They have so many Q Revos now, it's not even funny. I can't keep up. I only have probably 50% of actual Q Revos. But the Slim is actually pretty nice, but it's got the old design. But this is really cool looking. But it doesn't have that LiDAR on the top. It's got front-facing LiDAR, so be sure and check out that comparison. I got my best of coming this year. I would really love to see this Roborock go on sale. $1,600 is a lot. You're not getting the best obstacle avoidance, so I have a detailed review on both of these where I do more obstacle avoidance if you really want to see how good it is. This video was kind of just, let's clean the kitchen. I didn't really put them to the torture test that I do in the single review video. So check out those if you want to see more. I have a setup video. There's so many different settings on both of these. They're both easy to set up. The settings, you can get complicated, but for the most part, they keep it relatively simple. Other than both of them don't turn that remopping feature on. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. That should be on by default. You definitely want it to remop your floor if it senses dirt. I think that's just a great feature. I find that it's not overly sensitive. When it just mops my floor, it doesn't remop it. The tangle-free brush on the Roborock seems to be working okay. They both scored very high in my reviews. The Curv got 96 and the Dreame 97. That's essentially an A+. Excellent robots. The more you look at the Dreame, it's like, yeah, that's getting to be, since these are major appliances, that's getting to be an older look. I'm glad it's white, But that curved look, this looks more appealing, sitting inside your house. You know, you're not necessarily, the robot's not sticking out front and center. So I'm seeing now, you know, there's kind of an evolution going on here. And Roborock is just releasing robots like crazy. I think they've made a business decision. They are all in on robot vacuum cleaners. I mean, I don't know, I don't talk to them, but this is just from me looking at the news and watching. You know, I just look for these to go when the new ones are released, and it's like I can't keep up. This was super hard to buy both of these because I bought them both. No, I was able to get this one cheaper, thankfully. But I had to buy the Roborock at full price. So would I spend $1,600 on it? I would. If I'm not super worried about the obstacle avoidance, again, I'm being super critical of it, but it's about an 8 out of 10 for obstacle avoidance, which for 90% of the houses is going to be perfect. You know, does it always find its way back to the dock? It usually does. I haven't had to go find it yet. Same with the Dreame. You know, hopefully by the time you get to this price point, navigation, app, everything's starting to be relatively comparable. And then you got Narwhal. I just did the Narwhal Frio Z. It's upstairs right now. And I'm going to have to do a different video on it because it is actually pretty amazing. It's using a lot of water. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing because it's got a sensor just like these where it tells it to go remop, and it'll do it did 4 remoppings in my kitchen, which I'm like, okay, the X40 had been cleaning the kitchen for quite a while. Was it dirtier? But it might just be more sensitive. But Narwhal's different than these. These are so comparable. App works the same. The robots look the same. They lift, they wash, they go in straight lines the same. You know, I'm not saying they copy each other, but this is kind of like a pattern that's not too far off from each other. You know, Eufy follows this, Ecovacs, Eureka, they all kind of follow it as far as the user interface and stuff. You get to Narwhal, and it's just been so different. It's been really, I think what it is I'm so used to this pattern of how things work and how things clean that the Narwhal it's shockingly different to me. And I've tried not to be critical of that, thinking, well, it does do everything kind of different, but is that bad? And I don't think I've ever really said it's bad. I've always said it's different, and I don't know if it's good. These, you can sort of tell, straight line, good coverage. It didn't miss anything. You know what to expect. The Narwhal, I don't know what to expect. It's constantly figuring out its kind of own path. And then it'll go back, and then is it missing? Is it not missing? I don't really necessarily know, but it actually is upstairs cleaning really good. It's quiet. It's just, I got to do another video. This Narwhal thing has got me really, just when you think you know what you're doing, you don't. And that's where I'm running into with the Narwhal. I've got it out. I've played with it. You know, I had the Frio X, gave that to my sister-in-law because honestly, I wasn't too impressed with it, and she absolutely loves it. So then that caused me to go, okay, is there something, did I miss something? And so I got the Frio Z, Narwhal has a huge following. I got the Narwhal Frio Z, and okay, it's got a lot of fancy features. I'm actually going to be doing several videos of just how to do different little features because the app is so intensive. Anyway, I kind of went off on a tangent there. I'm sorry, but that's kind of what's going through my mind right now. Talking about these, this video was supposed to be about these, but there's going to be Narwhal Z there's going to be some videos because it's upstairs. I've got it on a weekly. It's cleaning my house 3 times a week right now. So I'm really going to put it to the test. Yeah, I just did all the maintenance on the Dreame X40. It just passed the test, cleaning my house upstairs. Super impressive how well it was cleaning it. But again, Narwhal's been over cleaning it. So anyway, I do these videos where it cleans my house for 3 months, and then I do all the maintenance. So you get to see behind the scenes of how the maintenance is done. How well did it clean my house? I cut the vacuum cleaner bags open. You'll be shocked. And I tried to do that on most, I did S8 Max V, I did it. Shark, not as much. The Mach 1, I just did it on it. And again, I haven't put my tag on these yet, but I got a new tag, just to dad approved. We're coming out with a new rating system. First of all, is it going to get approved? These two, that's the Slim. It got approved. Now, who's going to be the best of the year? We're going to do awards every year, maybe twice a year or something, because I don't know any other technology that is changing this fast. And to do once a year, I think is a disservice because, You know, I think in June or July, there might be a winner. And then, of course, around the holiday season, these things really, really go on sale. They're all always on sale. Even Shark. I don't know any robot vacuum cleaner that doesn't go on sale. So again, be sure and check out the end of this video where I got some exciting news about possibly a new website coming where I'm going to be ranking robots. Again, it's an idea. I got to implement it, and we all know implementing the idea is the hardest part. But I do have a robot vacuum cleaner studio. That was an idea, and we bought an old chiropractor clinic. Needed a lot. It was in really, really bad shape, but it needed a lot of work. Took 6 weeks off. You didn't see a lot of videos. Took 6 weeks off cleaning it. I do have a contractor in there now, kind of drywalling, doing some different things. Kind of freed me up to get back to reviewing. But check out, I got a little video here at the end that shows how it is. But that's being implemented. So we are moving forward with that. So super excited about. I'm all in on robot vacuum cleaners. I think it's the future, especially the ones that add water. The ones that add water and drain themselves into a sewer system. You know, your drain. That's the future, because especially with that narwhal. That narwhal uses a ton of water. And they do have an attachment you can put on it, which I need to buy. But then you got to put it close to where the water. But anyway, that studio is going to be all about that. That way I can help you, connect these to your water lines and your sewer lines. What's the best way? We're going to dive into that deep. And we're still all going to do all price points of robot vacuum cleaners. If you look at my videos, I have done the $100 robots. I've done the $200, $300, $400, $400. That first X40 was $2,000. That was super hard to buy. I don't even know if I've made all my money back on it yet. Those are super expensive robots, but I'm glad to do it. I do appreciate everybody using those links. I do get some commissions off of those. When you use that link and buy the product, I do get a small commission from that sale. It is a way of helping support my channel. Again, I really appreciate it, so I can purchase these products, give you my completely honest review, and compare them. Because to be honest with you, I don't know that they would want if they gave this to me, I don't know that they would want me comparing them to each other. Same price point, lots of the same features, but I can do that. So that's what I love about this. I love being able to buy these products and give you my honest opinion. So again, thanks everybody, and check out the commercial at the end. So again, I really want to thank everybody for your support. I do use affiliate links either from Walmart, Amazon, or Shark Ninja. If you click on the links in my videos, the products won't cost you anymore, but I get a small commission from that sale. It is a way of helping support my channel. I love what I do. I love buying these products with my own money and giving you my honest opinion. Now, once in a while, I may have a product sent to me for free. I will disclose that. I will let you know when a company sends that product to me for free. But 98% of the time, it's going to be buying it with my own money, giving you my completely honest review. And so there is also another way of helping support my channel, justadadcoffee.com. When I first started out, I reviewed so many coffee makers that I thought I would brand my own flavor of coffee, and I did. It's Just a Dad Simple Sip Coffee. It's kind of like a medium to dark roast. It's brewed in the K-Cup form, ground coffee, or whole bean. I think it tastes really good. I brew mine hot or ice. This is what I drink, and I think it tastes really good, so I really would appreciate everybody's support with that. And this plaque I got right here, 100,000 subscribers, would not be possible without the viewers and everybody liking and subscribing. So I really do appreciate this. This was an amazing day that happened about a year ago. I'm quickly approaching 170,000, so thank you, everybody. This is all because of you. I hope I'm helping you, and that's the whole reason behind my videos, is helping people. So there's a couple ways to communicate with me. I do have my own Just a Dad Videos group page where you can join. I do free giveaways there. Now, typically sometimes it may not be very big products. Those can be super expensive to ship, but we try to give away as much as we can on this. And I kind of post behind the scenes of how things are going and maybe what future videos are. But if you've got questions, this is a really good avenue to reach me. I do try to look at it about 2 or 3 times a week. I also have an Instagram page. Now, that's my son, Shelton Automotive Group. He has his own auto dealership, but you can check out my Instagram. I do kind of behind the scenes, there's a lot of Miss Fiona and different things. So we have a lot of fun over on Instagram. I'm also on TikTok, and I'm starting to do more condensed videos on TikTok. They can't be super long, and TikTok has its own TikTok shop. I'm just getting my feet wet in that. So if you want to follow me on TikTok, Just a Dad Videos. Hello everyone, this is just Ed. So I got some exciting news. I bought this old chiropractor building in my hometown and we're going to be building a robot vacuum cleaner studio. Let's just take a quick peek here where it's under construction. I think it's going to take another month or so. But man, I'm super excited. We put a wall in here and this is where all of the robots are going to be. There's going to be a studio here. I'll have some soundproof ceiling in, some lights. But this is going to be super exciting. I can't wait. This is going to give me so much more room to deal with all of the robot vacuum cleaners. Over here, we're going to put a sink. We're going to put a sink so I can empty everything out. And I got a little bit more patching to do. Back here is going to be some storage rooms. So we'll have some storage back here that we can do. But man, am I excited. This is awesome. So I want to thank everybody. None of this would be possible without you. I'll keep you up to date. So this area right here, this was an old sink. So this is where I'm going to be putting, I don't know what I'm going to put here. It'll be a sink of some sort, but I want it to be open so that I can connect to that plumbing. That's a drain line and a water line. I want to put those, I'm going to get the Dreame X40 Ultra, the one that it fills itself and empties itself out. I think Roborock has one too. So I think that's the future. That's why I'm excited about the studio. It has plumbing in some areas that I can connect to and show you exactly how to do that in the future. And there's also a place. There was a little sink right here also. So I got water lines. I put a plug in so that we can plug our robot in, and there can be a little cubby hole for it. So wow. And I need help with what type of flooring to install. I'm going to put some carpet in here. I'm also going to put some hardwood floor. I think I'm going to put like a light gray, and then I need probably a darker color so that we can see how it cleans different things. I probably won't put marble or anything. I probably should, but it's just super expensive. So anyway, if you got any ideas on flooring, let me know, because this is going to be a studio that we can do testing in, and it's going to be everyday testing. So if there's some kind of flooring that's the most popular or a color that you like, I'll put about 3 or 4 different flooring materials in here. That way you'll get to see it on various ones. So super excited about this. It's kind of a small building, but man, this is going to be awesome. We got a little kitchen we're going to do right here. We're going to put a sink right here. There was a water fountain right here. So we're going to put another robot here. This will clean the entire place. So very, very excited. This is going to be a big room. This was an x-ray room right here. We took out an x-ray machine. It was super heavy. Had to do some repair work. This was the developer room. So this was an old chiropractor office. He had developer tanks. It was a dark room where he developed the x-rays. So it was really we had to do lots and lots of cleaning out. This was kind of the waiting room. There's a window here. We're going to keep this. This was the receptionist area and all that. So yeah, looking forward to this. So thanks everybody. This is coming soon. 2025 for sure. And Miss Fiona loves to play in the leaves. You love being outside, don't you?